Hello, Professor Toybox here along with Phineas, and today we're going to continue working on the neighborhood in Danville where Phineas and Ferb live. And last time we built that side of the street, and we'll go ahead and start today on this side. So I'm going to come into Spark mode here, and we're going to start down on this end of the street over here, and I'm going to count off 6 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 7, 8, and 9 I'm going to take out. That will be the driveway for the next house. And then we're going to count down 11. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 3 more. So there's 11 sidewalk spaces between that driveway and this. And then we're going to do another 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'll pick up the 4th one. And this one is going to be a smaller driveway, a little bit narrower. And then we should have 5 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. There we go. All right, so that is the driveways on this street. And then we're going to come up to Building Sets Group 4, and I'm going to scroll over to the modern houses. And let's see, we'll work with the garage piece here. I'm going to center that on this driveway, and we'll bring it forward about like this. So we've got a little bit of space there behind the house. And it looks like a half a block, so that's good. Half a block back. And then we'll pick up this piece and put that here. Like that. And then we need a roof on this. So we'll put this here. We'll put this one on the front, and that still overhangs the garage, so that's a bummer, but oh well, what are you going to do? And even this piece, that I put that on there, that would still overhang that garage. Alright, so there's that house, and we need a front door, so we'll put that here like that. There we go. And now for the next house over, let's come back over to the garage. Once again, we'll go about half a block back. And this time I'm going to put in a square piece with that nice picture window. And then another piece like that. Put this over here like so. And there we go. So there's that house. And if you want, you can color that in and set the style to be a little bit different color. I think in the cartoon it was actually a blue siding. So we could set that to be a blue siding. And I'll just go ahead and do that. I only really need to set that end. Well, I guess we do need to set them all because it changes the shingles too. Would have been better to do this first, I guess. More efficient. But that adds some visual interest because now not every house looks the same. Alright, and then the next house, oops, come out of Spark mode, back to the garage, flip that around, and we'll put this back here like that. And if I put it all the way back, there's a little bit of a green strip there, so that's why this is a half a block forward. And let's go ahead and set a style on this too. I don't think I had that in my original, but yeah, we could do a purple siding just to make it a little bit more interesting. I'll set that to be my theme. There are some weird people who set their houses to be purple. I don't get that, but yeah, more power to them. And we'll have to use the smaller. We'll put no little window on the front this time. Here we are. So now we got some different color houses here. So that looks nice. Okay, let's go and add in a few plants, kind of separate the houses here a little bit. And we'll start with this Fantasy Terrain 4. I believe that's the one I want. We'll find out in just a moment. Okay, would have been faster if I'd have went the other way. Danville Terrain. Yeah, I'm not going to use that one. Alright, so it's not this piece. But that is an interesting piece. So it must be this piece then that I need. See, I would have got that. Would have thought that would be the other way. There we go. Yeah, Danville Terrain 5. We'll set that to be the theme. And then we'll put in a couple of these trees. Rotate it a little bit so it's not too repetitive. And then for the next one down, we're going to put in this as a separator between the yards. Take that all the way to the sidewalk. There we go. And then for this one, we'll put in the big tree. And we'll put it about like that, I guess. Okay. So there we are. There's that side of the street, mostly. And I'll go ahead and just finish it off. The last piece that's missing here is the gas station. And that, I believe, is in Building Sets Group 2. Scroll over to the right. Got a bunch of billboards. There it is, gas station. So we're going to put that right here, like that. Okay. And then it looks like I've got one more piece here of plants. We'll flip this around so it's not quite so repetitive. And let's see, over this way, Danville. There we go. All right, so now that side of the street is done. And while we're working on houses, let's go ahead and finish off this one, since we didn't finish that before. So give me a moment here to find my screen grab. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to need a driveway. So we'll come to the basic blocks. And we've got that basically. I can't go any further this way. All right, and then back up to Building Sets Group 4. Back to the garage. And I think I had this one set here. And I'm going to change this back. Let's do the blue siding again. So I'll set that to be the theme. We'll put this piece over here like that. And then we need a front door and a roof. I always like to start with this one when I've got the house turning like that. So I make sure I've got the roof oriented properly. So there's that. And then we need this on the front. And then we're going to need a couple of trees. So we'll put this back kind of centered in there like that. And another one like that. And we also had a big tree sitting right over here. All right, so there's the corner house. So that's in good shape. All right, now there was a house across the street, so we'll do that one next. And grab my screenshot here. Okay. So we'll come back down to the blocks drawer. Oops. I'm going to start right here on the border between the curve and that straight piece. So just like that. And I'll try not to flip this around so I confuse you, but can't be helped when I need to kind of orient things a little bit. There we are. So the end of the sidewalk here lines up with that terrain seam, just like that. And then back up to building sets group 4 to the garage. And we're going to put this one right here like that. Yeah. And we're going to change the style on this because that's a little bit dark. Let's see what else we got to work with. My screenshot is showing a very light gray. That's a hacienda. Definitely not green. Maybe I left it as white. No, that's too white. Although when I look at it, that's probably the right color. All right, we'll set that to be the theme. Cancel out. And then we're going to put in one of these pieces and a nice picture window on the front, like that. Of course, we need a front door, and then we need the roof. And you know what? I think I like that orientation better, so I'm going to come move this piece. That looks more natural. Just take a quick look and make sure, yeah. Makes a big difference because people don't usually build the houses looking like that. That just does not look right. And I did that on all of these, didn't I? That looks a lot better. That one looks correct. Yeah, those look good. Okay. All right, so then we'll put in the corner of the yard here. So back down to the plants drawer. We're going to pick up this fantasy terrain corner, number 2. And we'll go ahead and style that for the Phineas and Ferb theme, and that puts that little fence corner in with a tree. And then you're not going to see this time, but we are going to need a piece in here, and this needs to be half a block to the left. Like that. So it doesn't line up, and the reason is because the building is actually that's going to be standing here is going to stick off of the end of this just a bit. And I put this fence here really just to kind of hide that fact, but that's where that fence goes. And then we'll put a couple more trees in here on the end just to kind of fill this dead space that's out here. So we'll put one about like this, kind of so you're seeing it as you come down the road there. And I'm going to go ahead and style this, I think, and set that to be my theme, because I'm not going to be putting these up next to anything. Then we're going to put another one over here. And you don't need a lot of them, you just want to put a little bit of a barrier here. 2 is fine. So as you're coming down this street here, looking that way, there's something there at the edge of the toy box. And the same thing as you're coming down the street this way, there's something there. And you're just not looking completely off the edge of the world. All right, so there's the neighborhood. And the last thing we'll do today, since I've got a little bit of time, we'll go ahead and fill in the rest of this section down here. And that will wrap it up on this end of the toy box. So let me just find my screen grab here. Okay, so we already put in that side of it. So now we need the other side. And for this, the pieces we need are up under the buildings drawer, just beyond set pieces. And I'm going to use the red brick building. We're going to put that right here on this corner, lined up with the edge of that sidewalk. And then we'll use this short sandstone building next to that. Looks like I might have miscounted the number of pieces here. Hang on a second, because this needs to be there. So this has to go here, which means we don't need this little piece of sidewalk. All right, that looks good. Okay, and to kind of finish off the front of these buildings, we'll put in some storefronts. So I'm going to put in this one here, and put in that one there. And I'm going to alternate these so it doesn't look too repetitive. There we are. So that looks really good. And I think that's just about everything. Want a couple more trees out over here. Just trying to find my shot that shows me where those go, but it doesn't really matter. I remember I had 2 of them. So we've got one. Let's see. See how it looks a little different every time you orient it? So if you rotate it, it doesn't look quite so repetitive. It looks like a completely different tree, even though it's actually the same exact tree. There we are. And then we also have one down here. And yeah, about like that. All right, this is looking really good. It's looking really good. We did have another house over here. Let me see. Trying to find my screen grab here. Give me a moment to find my screenshot, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and I found my screenshot. So what governs this side of the street is going to be the building that sits right here. And so we need to come back up to the buildings drawer. And again, it's that tall red brick building. This is going to sit right next to the road like that, and right up against that corner of the terrain, just like that. Okay, and as you can see, the sidewalk pieces need to run a little bit further here. So I'm going to pick that up and put it down. I'm going to put down 2 more. So that goes half a block underneath like that. And then we'll come down to the plants drawer. And we're going to use this piece first. I'm going to put that in. Followed by that one. And then followed by another one of those. So that's our fence line that's going to sit here. So I'll go ahead and style this. And while I've got that one, we'll come down to this one. And then we'll do the one in the middle. Okay, so there's the fence for that side of the street. There's 3 of those long customizable plant pieces in there. And that means we're going to go a sidewalk block and a half. And we're going to take out that block there, that one, and that one. And we'll put in a driveway. Like that. And then back up to building sets group 4. Reset that drawer on me. And we're going to put in a garage. And again, we'll put this right here like that. And actually I had that half a block over. And the spacing on this is supremely important because I have to leave enough open area there for the water slide. So you want to make sure there's nothing that's going to interfere with that collision box. Alright, so this piece is going to sit in there like that. This one comes over here. That one goes like so. Okay. And we'll go ahead and put one more tree in over here. I'll make sure that's oriented a little bit different way. So something like that. The precise placement doesn't really matter. And I'm going to go ahead and place a couple of these out here as well. All right. So that's it for the suburbs in my toy box. Next time we'll build the city. Until then, I want to thank you for watching my video today. If you're enjoying this series so far, please hit the like button and let me know. And I encourage you to subscribe to my channel or follow me on my blog if you haven't already done that, so you don't miss the next episode. That's all for me today. Take care.